Hey everybody, it's Tim Rhey with True Rate Mortgage Group, and I'm going to give you a quick market update here because there's a big question floating out there right now, and that is if the Fed cuts rates next month, will mortgage rates finally come down? Well, here's the truth. Rate cuts don't always mean lower mortgage rates overnight. In fact, let me take you back to last year, October, I believe. Do you remember when there was a Fed rate cut that happened, and immediately when that cut was announced, nothing happened? In other words, rates stayed the same. Well, my phone rang. Everybody came running saying, "Hey, what happened here? Why are mortgage rates the same?" Well, the truth is, mortgage rates had already improved up to that rate cut, and the reason is because the Fed actually anticipates what's going to happen. So a lot of times mortgage rates will improve up to the big announcement. And that's what happened in October. So the question remains today is that going to happen again in September when we get our next rate cut? Has the market already priced it in? In other words, are rates already as good as they're going to get, knowing that that rate cut is happening? Well, let's go back to last year real quick, because in October of 2024, the Fed made their big announcement and nothing happened. Rates actually stayed the same. But then what happened? The BLS report came out that jobs were better. There were more job gains. And that BLS jobs report was way off the charts. And what happened was rates then got worse. If you'll remember, after that rate cut, rates got worse last year, Q4. We ended the year kind of poorly, which was very unexpected, but it was all because of that BLS report. Well, 2 months after that report came out, it comes out that the BLS report was faulty. It had errors in it, it wasn't accurate, and they had made what is called a revision. Well, when you boil that all down, what it means is that interest rates last year were based off of inaccurate data, which means you and I got crappy rates based off bad data. No accountability, nobody's paying the price for it. Here we are today. Now, right now, fast forward to next month, we will get another announcement. We think there's going to be a rate cut. The question is, are mortgage rates already absorbing that, and are we already lower? And the answer is, I don't think so. I think we will see an improved mortgage rate based off of the cut announcement. And in fact, we could have 2 or 3 cuts this year still. So we'll see what happens there. But the bigger question is, what does it mean for buyers and realtors right now? If the upcoming jobs numbers keep showing weakness, we are going to see mortgage rates ease lower at the as the market gets ready for a Fed cut. So the jobs numbers are going to matter. And again, I don't know how many investors actually believe that the BLS is putting out accurate data. I really don't know that there's a lot of faith in that process. Regardless, if those numbers do come in healthy, which is a little bit worsening of the BLS numbers, then we will for sure, I shouldn't say for sure, more than likely get a mortgage rate improvement. I think the bottom line is keep your eyes on the jobs reports. If they come in soft, that's when you're going to see mortgage rates start to improve. And that could be the perfect time for buyers to lock something in. So if you are a buyer, or if you were a buyer or wanted to buy maybe, and then you kind of got priced out of the game with interest rates, if you want to come back in and revisit the numbers, we are always happy to help. We work with a lot of buyers. And just so you know, there really is no such thing as a perfect buyer, because we are analyzing your assets, your income, and your credit. And you know, everybody has an area that is probably not as strong as another area. So if you're worried about your credit, look, I don't like getting my credit report pulled. I understand that. I don't like to get rejected. Last year, I applied for a HELOC loan, and I remember being petrified for getting rejected. So I know this mortgage approval process can be daunting, and it makes you a little nervous sometimes. But just understand it and try to look at it like this. Our job is to see where you are at today. And if you are okay to buy today, we will help you with that. If for some reason you're not able to buy today, that's okay, because now we know that we can put together a plan, because 3 months is going to come quickly. 6 months is going to come quickly. But don't wait until next year to get pre-qualified. Get pre-qualified now so that when next year comes, you are ready to go. And if there's a deficiency or something that you need to work on, now's the time to work on it so you're ready to buy next year. So if you're a buyer, we don't care where you're from. We don't care what your history is or how bad things look. We love nothing more than being able to look you in the eyes and say, you're ready to go. And nothing feels better than that, especially for a buyer who has been rejected by another lender who was frankly just not thorough or just too lazy to find a solution. We have over 1,000 lending partners and over 1,000 products to choose from for whatever your unique situation is, whether it's a income issue, whether it's a credit issue, whether it's if you don't have enough money for your closing costs or your down payment, or maybe you're a business owner and you just keep getting destroyed when you talk to lenders. We see that all the time. We have loans now for business owners that are actually pretty friendly. So if we can help, give us a call. If you're a real estate agent and you have a buyer who needs help, give us a call. You can reach us either by text, email, or call. It doesn't matter. We can talk. We'd love to help. That's it for this report. If you have any other questions or you want to reach out, we'd love to hear from you. Have a wonderful day.